And just know that you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And just know that this is the Hitman, and you're watching Papa Pete.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Pete, how's it going?
Good. This is a weird time of day.
Hey, we're a little early today, aren't we?
Yeah.
What are we, 4.5 hours early?
That's okay, though, because I don't know what's going on later. I think we're going out here in a little while, in about an hour or so. So just wanted to pop online here, guys. There's 8 people in here already. That's awesome. There's Kurt Bradshaw. That's awesome. I'll go through the list, but a few other people maybe get in. But I just wanted to pop on because it's Tuesday night. I didn't want to let the day go by without streaming at all. I don't even know. It'll be like, look at last week. We did the Christmas Eve show, just popped on, and oh my God, there was like a lot of people there.
There were a lot of people. That was awesome.
It was a lot of fun. We just told stories. Maybe that's what we'll do this time too. I haven't even got a game hooked up. I don't think. I don't know. I guess I do have my Intellivision hooked up, but I don't know. Did you? Because I've been scrambling, guys, to get this stuff up. I wanted to get this video up before I went out today. I didn't want to open it tonight. I put a video up, which I try to do annually, a pure gameplay video featuring all of the games released according to Stupus's list on the Atari Age forums. All the Intellivision Homebrews for 2024, starting with the first one, which was Lode Runner, and ending with the last one. What was it? Voice Anthology was the last one. There hasn't been anything released physically since PRGE, basically, but there's been a few other variants released and stuff, but then you have variants and your digital onlys. But anyway, it was a good year for Intellivision Homebrew.
How many games were there?
There were less than the last couple of years, which is not a bad thing, because I think it was overdone a little bit 2 years. And I say there's a healthy number. There's a healthy number of homebrew games, because if you get overwhelmed with games that aren't of a high enough quality, it tends to have the crash effect that hit Intellivision and Atari back in 1983, right? And not saying that there were a lot of bad games. There's a lot of games which maybe didn't need full-fledged releases in the past, and this year I think it weaned down. We saw some more digital-only releases of games. We saw some more compilations, which were very, very good ways to release these games, because it takes a game which may not stand on its own, a couple of them, put them on one, and all of a sudden you have a very solid physical release. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I like the Pac-Man stuff. I mean, that's an awesome compilation right there.
It is. Those Pac line games, Pac-Man Anthology we're talking about, guys, from Intellivision Revolution, to come out September 28th. Those games probably should not be their own independent releases, physical releases, because it's a pretty heavy investment for the collecting community. It is still a pretty niche community. And I'm sorry, there may be a few people who can just throw money at it left, right, and center and not worry about it. But for the majority of people, you sort of got to pick and choose. And it also costs a lot of money for the publishers. And it costs them more to put out individual releases. And it costs, basically, they're not going to get their money back as easily, in my opinion, because people are not going to buy them. Then all of a sudden you might have somebody who's on the borderline ready to try to get them all, but they say, okay, well, I can get 15 or even 20, but I can't get 35.
Offhand, do you happen to know about how many digital only versus physical?
Well, this year there were only really 3 digital only releases. 2 of them were free, and one is for sale from the Intellivision Collector. There are 2 Intellivision Brazil releases, Final Round and Max It. And you never know, you may see a physical release of them in the future, but very likely there'll be a game which has not been released yet added with them. It'll be a compilation release, making it a solid physical release. But individually, where they weren't physical releases. I don't know. And then the other one you have, of course, is Oscar's games. Oscar has released a game pretty much every Halloween for the last 5 years. This is his 5th one this year was Pumpkin Bakery. So
cool.
It's not even on Stupus's list, I don't believe. Neither is Roundup, Final Round, or Max It. But I added them into my list just because, I mean, I wanted to acknowledge those 3 games. But look at that game now. Oscar's released those. The first 3 come out as a physical release, Pumpkin Trilogy. Well, now we got 2 of the 3, Pumpkin Castle and Pumpkin Bakery. And if we get another one next year, we could have a Pumpkin Trilogy too.
There you go.
Right. But again,
Maybe
solid releases when they're tripled up like that. You know, nobody complained about Pumpkin Trilogy. Everybody loved the box art. It was a good package. They're good, fun games created by Oscar. And yeah, but they were released absolutely as they should have been. Pumpkin Master did get a very short, small release alone. But I think it's a much stronger thing to release it as a compilation, like with the 3 of them.
Yeah.
And I look forward to a few more of those too. But yeah, let's take a look at the chat real quick. We got quite a few people in here now, Jeff.
How many do we have? Oh, we got like 18 or so. Wow.
Yeah, right on. We got, welcome to the channel, Dull Caterpillar, 5768. I saw you watching the premiere there. Was talking a little bit. That's cool. Glad you could join in. Who's this guy? Onward to the new year, 2025. Here we come. Stuart, great to see you. And I'm glad that you're home from your trip. I know you were down in Florida, and he was messaging me, telling me he was with some friends from Canada down there. And I've been on the road too. I just got back last night up to the in-laws. It's just such a crazy time. Have you had to travel at all, Jeff, this year?
For Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Yeah, no, for Christmas and stuff. So just around the families around the area, right?
Yeah, that's all like 20 minutes away. So
yeah, it sometimes it makes the day. It makes the time go by fast. So it's like always something to do, and yeah, I got the MASH video out before Christmas, and then I wanted to get this one out for tonight, but it's been pretty hard to keep up with stuff. But a lot of fun. Our in-laws, my in-laws are 3 hours away. That we went for 3 days. I've got family home from away, and so it's great, but it's just busy. And tonight, I think we're going to do something later on tonight. That's why I'm on here early, guys. Thank you all for joining in, and we got a lot of people in there already. And speaking of people, Kurt Bradshaw, great to see you, Kurt. Happy New Year to you, man. Awesome to see you as always. Of course, I see you in the afternoon streams, Jeff's streams. I've checked in with Jeff first, of course, to make sure that he wasn't planning on streaming this afternoon before he did this. So we worked all out. Are you going to stream later on, Jeff, do you think? Or
probably not. I think I'm going to work on an actual recorded video later.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Again, my internet, I was checking earlier. It's not doing great.
Great.
It's fine for this, but streaming a game, it's too taxing right now. So
yeah,
probably.
No, I hear you. And here's somebody that we don't get to see very often. Deckel is in. Deckel was watching the video. I chatted with him. Deckel is in England. And of course, when our normal time of 8 Eastern, 9, it's not even either of our times. It's 7 Central or 9 Atlantic, which are our 2 times. But anyway, 9 Atlantic is 1 a.m. I believe probably Deckel, your Greenwich Mean Time, I would assume. 4 hours difference between me. So when I'm streaming and stuff like that, Deckel is always like 1 in the morning. So it's pretty hard if on a Tuesday night to join in. So I'm really, really happy to see you here, Deckel. Appreciate all that you do for the community. For those who don't know in the chat, Deckel is very responsible for the reverse engineering like of the play cable and such. And he and I have talked about the play cable a lot. And I have had every intention of doing a good play cable video, and I have not done so yet. He has given me all kinds of information. Deckel, I apologize to you that I've been lazy with that and haven't got it done, but I will. I will soon, hopefully. And but anyway, I get all kinds of information from Deckel on it. And he also is the person who ported Zor. Do you remember Zor, Jeff? That game?
Yeah, XOR.
XOR. And
yeah,
he and I had the debate, XOR or Zor. I think I called it XOR and he called it Zor. And then he said, I don't know if this is right, but he said, no, I talked to the guy who originally did it back in the system. It was a European game. And it was XOR. But at the end of the day, however you pronounce it, that's a great game. So appreciate that, Declan. Declan also was, I started to go off on a tangent there. I didn't include all of the digital games from the 2024 Tiny Inti Basic Tiny Contest this year in my video. But Max, it did get a further release, and anything else that got a further release from that group of games, I would have included in my video, but none of them did. Declan did have one. I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head, but it's one of the entries in that, and it was an emulation of another system. I'd have to look it up. I guess I'd have to look it up. Sorry, but anyway, I'm rambling. All right. Well, good to see you anyway, Declan. I appreciate you being here. And there's Metal Torso. He was there the whole time during the premiere. Awesome to see you as always. There is IR Geek. Happy New Year to you.
IR Geek.
Michael Hayes. Right out, heading out soon, but Happy New Year. Absolutely, Michael. Thanks. I hope I get down to that before you took off. But great to see you, man. Okay, got to scroll down here a little quicker. We got everybody saying hello. There's Casey's here. Right on. Hello, Casey. Happy New Year to you. Benvril is here. There's Benvril right there. Happy New Year, Benvril. As always, I really caught you off guard. You're almost always the first one here posting, of course. Only about 4 or 5 hours early today, so.
Yeah, Benvril and Kurt are all in the same town, and it is good as cold and wet and no fun today.
Oh, really? Oh, it's
Yeah.
nice and warm here, actually. Hi, Papa Pete and Jeff. Thanks for streaming today. Getting ready to watch the NHL Winter Classic at Wrigley Field. Blues third Winter Classic, second against the Blackhawks. That's cool. I don't know. Is that today or tomorrow? Do you know, Jeff?
I thought it was on New Year's Day, but
That's
I could be
something-
wrong.
I was thinking usually the New Year's Day as well, because you sort of just lay on the couch and watch the hockey game, right? But yeah,
Outdoor hockey is pretty cool, isn't it?
for sure. If they are Canadian, I'm sure you know them, Pete. I do. You know, I got a friend named John from Toronto. Do you know? I can't even remember. Rambling on like I do. I can't even remember what that is, links into. I got to catch up here. Got to catch up.
I just looked up, Pete. It is today. It's at 4 o'clock my time, so an hour and a half away.
Oh, right on. Well, we'll be done long before that. I'll tell you that. There's Nostalgic Soul. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Great 2025 to you as well. That's beautiful. There you go. Yeah, Declan says, yeah, too late for him. Cheers. Yeah, that's right on. Like Declan's videos, Benvril does. Absolutely. We will for sure, Declan, very soon. I'll get a hold of you the next couple weeks. I got a few things in the works there, and that is beautiful. But I would like to talk to you on that one again, because it's been so long. It's probably been a year and we spent quite a while. We were trying to get my Ultimate Flashback to save my games too, because it doesn't, and we didn't have any luck with it. So maybe we'll work on that again too, which would be awesome if it did. Thank you, IR Geek. That would be beautiful. We'll get her done for you, man. Old Game Fiction. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Chippy, Michael, right there. Chippy, that's exactly. Thank you. Chip 8 right there. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that, bud. Talking about the keyboard component. Nothing new in the keyboard component. Just keep an eye out for anyone acquiring new tapes. And there's an open invitation to work with people to recover their tapes. That's beautiful. Yeah, right on. So let's see, where did I turn that off? This year it's on. That's the hockey game. Right on. So what do you think? Did you play any of the Intel? I know you haven't played a whole lot of Intellivision, Jeff.
No, because my television, my second one, did that break earlier this year?
I think it was this year.
It kept dying off. Remember, it kept like blinking on and off.
Yeah.
But no, I played all of those small games that you mentioned. What was that? Some kind of programming.
The Inti Basic Tiny Contest, yes. 2024.
I played all those because I remember Max it. Wasn't that the one with all the numbers?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was a cool game.
Red and green, and you had to go up positive to your score, negative to your score, and then one player had to pick all from the horizontal row every time, and the other person had to pick from the vertical row, so you could strategically pick to make them pick certain numbers.
And then there was at least one, maybe two of the Pac-Man line games. I like those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, did you show this by IR Geek, by the way, Pete?
Oh, don't judge me, but I just can't afford the physical copies these days, so I buy the ROMs if available. That's a great point.
Yeah, I just want to say, yeah, there's no no judging. You buy what you can, and
Well,
if you like, if ROMs are better for you, get the ROMs. I mean, I get that.
I'm a very strong proponent of ROMs. Who said that again? IR Geek, right? And I did miss it. Thank you for picking that up because I always promote the ROMs. I really like ROMs. Some aren't. Some of the publishers are not. But it's definitely there's more prevalence of ROMs now than there used to be. For example, look at all the Intellivision Collector games, right? They're all available on ROM. You could buy a ROM, you could buy physical, you could buy a combo pack. It save like I don't know, you save $6 or $8 or something if you buy them together. But every single one of his games, you can get a ROM if that's what you want to play. Electronite games, not so much. They were available for a while, but that was sort of the controversy from last year when we had a bunch of pirated. There were some very obvious pirate sites that sort of stole them and put them out for free for people, but
that's awful.
It is. And I always sort of argued to this point, those who want to support the community will support the community. Those who want to pick up pirated ROMs aren't supporting the community anyway.
Yeah, those people weren't going to buy any physical.
They were not going to buy anything. So
they're probably not going to buy any ROMs either, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you email, Casey says if you email William, you can email electronite@hotmail.com and he may very well sell you the ROM for any of his older stuff, but not for all of it. And it's sort of not openly available, and he may kind of want to know who you are. Yeah. So yeah, so what's your plans for tonight, Jeff? What's everybody doing tonight other than watching the hockey game?
I don't know. We're not really doing anything. We got, we're going to cook dinner here. That's about it. We're not going anywhere.
No.
I'm not a big New Year's Eve going outer person. We have, especially when we were younger, we had, but
yeah,
not really now so much. We do every so often, but not this year.
Yeah, it's, we are, I think, going out, but Mama C's got home. Mama C had to run. MJ was off for a week and goes back to work tomorrow. So Mama C and a friend of hers, they ran them back up to Fredericton, which is about an hour and a half drive. Okay. So they took off this morning, went back up to the apartment, and we have up there and took them back. Come back, and we had planned on going to it would be 64-Bit's girlfriend's parents' place. Which we had the last couple of years planned to go, but haven't made it. It's kind of okay. We got to go. They have a fairly big party. It's like we're very much we're comfortable when we get sort of settled in. And I mean, I got all kinds of food here. I can cook whatever. Do I really want to go out? And of course, it's hard to haul a cooler with you nowadays. And then one of us have to, not drink. And so we may go, but we may go and come home early too. But at the same time, I didn't want to commit to stream and stuff tonight. I just wanted to have it sort of open. So we're going to do whatever we decide to do. But one thing's for sure, I'll probably have a beer or two, and I'll probably have something good to eat.
Sounds like a good night.
What about everybody else in here? Except we know that it was Kurt watching the hockey game. What's everybody else going to do tonight? Anybody going to a big party or anything tonight? I don't know. Those days are past me. Did you used to do that, Jeff? Look forward to doing it?
We used to. No, I never looked forward to it, to be honest. I'm pretty happy just sitting at home.
I did.
Yeah, we used to, especially when we were first married and no kids. I mean,
yeah,
that's the time to do it.
Yeah.
It's less fun when you have kids because it's like, once you have kids, like, I kind of want to be home with my kids.
That's a good point. Or when you have kids, sometimes it's the kids are not going to be sleeping in the morning necessarily, even though you may really want to if you go out too late the night before.
True.
But that's a small price pay. But there have been many days laying on the couch watching the Winter Classic on New Year's Day.
I told you earlier, Pete, I was knocked out after our big lunch. I was watching YouTube, and then I woke up for some reason. And I saw your message. You're going live. I was like, oh, okay.
That's too cool.
Oh, here's some plans I have for later.
Oh, there you go. What is that? King size
Reese's
Oh,
trees. They're the same size as just 2 trees in one package.
That's awesome.
I love the special holiday Reese's are my favorite. The egg and the trees.
Okay. Oh, here's another question for you. What did you get good for Christmas? Did you get anything game wise, stream wise? I don't know. Computer wise?
Not really a gift. I mean, I did buy is Salvatore here? I don't think Salvatore's here. He would like this.
Yeah.
I did buy a train controller for the Switch.
Yeah.
Because I have a Japanese train simulator game.
Yeah.
And the controllers are really cool. I've never had one. I've got one right over here for Dreamcast. But I got that, and that's actually going to be part of a video I'm going to do in maybe a couple of weeks.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I was pretty excited about that. And well, I mean, if you want to count something like this, what I got a little bit earlier, my camera's over here. This is it's a band that you get when you go to a Super Nintendo World, the amusement park. You can buy these things, and it's an amiibo. It doesn't open up or anything, but they have like different blocks set up where you put this on your wrist, like so, and then you touch stuff, and actually information gets put onto this, and so at the end of the day, you can see. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a score. I'm not really sure what it is, but then you can always just bring it back the next time you go and continue on.
Where did you get that?
I got off of eBay.
Oh, okay.
We're pretty far from the Super Nintendo worlds. I think.
Yeah.
I think there's one in. Well, there's one in Tokyo. I think there's one in California and Florida now.
Oh, okay.
We're pretty much equally far from both. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're in Universal Studios.
Oh, okay. Within the Universal Studios. Oh, I didn't know that. In Florida.
Yeah, there's one in Florida. I know we went there years ago.
Yeah. I've been to Universal in Florida.
Yeah, long before Nintendo had these things. I need to go back.
Jaws Ride was still there when I was there. That's the one I would miss going back. But now they have all that Harry Potter stuff.
Harry Potter.
I love amusement parks. I really do. And there's nothing around here at all. Like I could go to Florida just to do amusement parks without
going to them when it's not too busy.
Yeah.
And when they're packed, I don't have much fun when they're packed.
No. And
it's like you're spending 3/4 of your day just standing in a line.
It was still Fast Path back at that time. And now we're looking at it's the more money if you pay extra money. So if you have lots of money, go on whatever you want. If you don't have the money, then wait. And it never was like that before. It was a Fast Path was sort of an equal system, and now it's all for profit. I don't know. That soured me out on it a little bit too. So, but
the last time we went, they had Fast Pass, and we used it for some stuff.
Yeah,
just so we could get in and out. But
it worked well. I like the Fast Path system. I thought it worked really well. I thought it was very fair. There you go. Wife and kids going to the movies. A movie I have no interest in, but happy for them. I've been coding. But when they get back, hope we play some family games together, board games or over Switch, Steam, Link, something like that. Cool. Right on. Who else we got?
I did get
oh, nice.
7800. What did I just get? Oh, I got that Bentley Bear crystal.
Oh, did you?
That and I'm supposedly I'm getting Asteroids Deluxe with 7800 today.
Oh, okay.
In the mail. We'll see.
And it'll show up. It'll just be asteroids.
Yeah. Just like the Evercade.
Just like the Evercade. Everybody go, why would it be just the asteroid? No, that's an inside joke because of the freaking Evercade says Asteroids Deluxe. And that was just the thing is it is not. It's friggin' just plain old asteroids.
Best part was I saw a couple YouTubers that did videos on it and they didn't even know. Like,
yeah. Well,
I got no. Torso got a 7800 plus and all the games. There you go.
Oh, really?
Bentley Bear.
Right on.
I saw someone talking about that, saying that the controller for it stinks for Bentley Bear.
Oh, really? I've seen the game a little bit, but obviously I haven't played it. I would kind of wish Oh yeah, that thing.
So,
Yeah,
so this is the controller you get. I think if you buy the 7800, I think you get a
a
what do you
wireless.
get? It's a wireless one, I believe. But what he was saying for Bentley Bear, where it's kind of like Mario
Yeah.
Brothers, where you hold B down and then you hit the jump button. Like you hold
Right.
B to run faster than hit jump. So you just kind of roll it a little bit.
They're
Well,
too
he
far
was
apart.
saying that these buttons are so far apart that it's really difficult, at least it was for him, to run and jump all at the same time.
I can
I'm
see that.
wondering if I'm curious if Metal Torso's had that problem or if he's fine with it.
Huh. We're at Casey stays home usually now, but when he was younger, he used to do big parties. Man, that's the way it's getting old, man. You're about 10 years. We got about 10 years on you. You wait. It gets worse. Kurt, I tested positive for RSV virus, so he's staying home playing PS5. Oh, I'm sorry, Kurt. Watch the hockey game. Hopefully you're feeling well. Torso, hope you're feeling better, Kurt.
I'm curious, Kurt, you said you have a PS5. What games do you like on there? I wonder what you're playing on there.
There you go.
I'd love to get a PS5 sometime. It's the only system I don't have.
There's to while we're waiting for his answer, we got from Torso. It's okay, but he removed the stick. But the button placement does suck. There you go.
Oh, I didn't realize it. Look. It looks like the stick, the stick is separate from the D-pad. I guess you can just unscrew it. I didn't know that.
I've seen that before where it literally just screws. It's like just screws in. Yeah. Here's Creeper. Be safe tonight, folks. Accidents don't take holidays. Sup, everyone. Happy New Year to you, man. Happy New Year,
Creeper.
No, they don't take holidays. Yeah, pretty quiet. Hopefully, it's really quiet around here. There's been enough stuff go on. There's been some fires and all kinds of stuff in the holiday season. It always sucks. Our neighbor's oldest kid, they had a fire at their house, and I think it's going to be okay. But you know, there was other ones around too, so not a whole lot of fun. Not a whole lot of fun at all. But maybe Creeper's probably at the same weather we do right now. We're unseasonably warm, but it's cleared off. What is it? It's damn near 50. The last couple days, but sort of drizzly and rainy and damp and mucky. And now it's going to snap down below, and it's going to be cold in January. So we'll see. We'll see. So what did I get? Geez, I should really have been prepared for this. I got your standard. I got my cards for the Switch, and I got some Steam cards. I got some Amazon cards, so I got to see what I got to buy on there. I've got so much stuff in there.
I didn't know you had a Steam account, Pete.
Yeah. I don't use it very much. I mean, I have it because why not, right? But
there's a rumor that Valve is coming out with a new console next year, or the year before, or year after. I mean, one of the two. But that is something I would get in a heartbeat if I can hook that to my TV and play my Steam games on my TV.
You know what? I played Steam. Well, the only thing I played a lot on Steam is Skyrim. Yeah, I signed up and I got Skyrim. And I had gone through Skyrim and beaten the whole thing on the 360. And then I got on the computer and did it with that. And it's just friggin' incredible. Hey, there he is, Super Mega Graphics. Happy New Year, Cy. Good to see you, man. Hope everything.
Cyrus, I'm glad you're alive. I saw his live show a few days ago, and I wasn't sure he's going to make it.
You hacking and coughing or what?
No,
I
was
didn't
having a good time. He may have had a drink or two.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all right. I may have a drink or two later.
Hilarious. If
I got water so far.
If no one's seen it, go back and watch his stream from, I think it was this weekend. It was great.
I saw a clip today when I was working. I've been puttering trying to get that Premiere ready and get stuff ready for this. And I saw a thumbnail from Cyrus. He had quite the expression on his face. So I said, I got to check that one out later. Sigh. I almost drowned. Right on. Well, guys.
Kurt plays Fortnite and NHL 25.
Oh, so those are the only games I have so far. Right on. I just got PS5 before Christmas. I think being able to talk through the controller with everyone and playing with is really neat. That is pretty cool. maybe we need that for the Intellivision too. You know, I still always
Fortnite.
say, yeah, Fortnite for the Intellivision. Well, they had Doom, right? Grand Theft Auto.
I was just playing an old arcade game, Pete, and I was like, this would actually work really well on a television. Have you ever played Tower of Druaga?
I don't think so.
It's extremely popular in Japan. At least it was when it came out in the 80s. It was an old arcade game that came to the Famicom that did really well. But here it doesn't do well at all. People don't like it here as much as they do in Japan, but it's definitely set up that it would work well on the Intellivision.
Yeah. You know, they're always sort of looking for ideas like that. I know of a few things in the works as such, but it's always good to see things that are more obscure that come over. That's why I've really liked these TI-99 games that have come over the last year or two, you know, that I'd heard of them maybe, but never played them or experienced them. And now you're seeing them on the system.
For the most part, they're brand new
Hey,
games.
Mark, Happy New Year's to you, buddy. Good to see you.
Mark.
Oh, so I don't know what to expect for 2024. It was a quiet year. I'm sitting here going to count real quick. Now, another thing about that list of the video that I did earlier on, of course, some of the games that I included in the whoa, what?
Holy smokes! Look at
Wow,
that.
what's going on? Thank you, man. And we will do that. We'll get that worked out.
That is amazing, IR Geek.
Holy cow. Thank you, man. That's great. I'm sort of dumbfounded. I appreciate it very much. Like you won't know. Holy cow. I have no idea what I was talking about. Oh, what was I starting to say?
I don't know. IR Geek just threw you for a loop.
Just to refer. Oh, I think I was going to count through. Oh, about the homebrew games. The video that I put out there was, like I say, it premiered, led right into the stream. If anybody missed it, it's on there now. You can go watch it whenever. You know, it's a pure gameplay video with the complete list of 2024 Intellivision homebrews. I did the same thing last year. I'm going to go back in time and do some other ones as well of the other years. But I said that last year too, and didn't get them done. I have all kinds of ideas and less time to do them all. But I think it's a great thing to do, just to sort of make a little library of a video where you can go back and look at the games of 2019, for example. Anyway, my point being is that if you go and you look at the Stupus list, doesn't necessarily sync up with the list of eligible games for the Homebrew Awards. And just so you know, what you won't see in the 2024 Intellivision Homebrew summary on that channel, you won't see Norseman 2, Pyramid Warp, Grail of the Gods, or Time Pilot or Antarctic Tales Enhanced Edition, because they were actually covered in the 2023 one. They were never actually sent out or released. They were announced but not released. So they got into the Stupus' list, but they were not eligible for awards back in 2023. They are eligible for awards in 2024, which I'll be working on the list here in the next. Really, there's nothing to wait for now. There's nothing more coming down the pipe. Everything that is out, and everything that was announced but didn't get out. So, for example, the opcode games, which are in my video that I just released, because they were originally announced back in 2025, they're done. They've just had delays because of physical issues with the physical product. Those are in that video for 2024, but they're not going to be eligible for the Homebrew Awards for 2024 because they still aren't released. Now, there's been a delay after delay. The latest one is, unfortunately, the samples for the overlays that Ed got were perfect. He ordered them, and when they came in, they weren't the same. So that's what's being fixed now. He's expecting early January or mid-January for those releases too. So they'll be eligible for next year. Not a big deal, but just to give you a heads up, when you see the Homebrew Awards, some of the games will be different than what I have in my video. That's the reason. The Stupus list fluctuates a little bit. There's a few other things in there that I cross. Those are the big ones though. And like, you have for variants, physical products, you got like Rick Dynamite, Stop the Express, Caverns of Mars by Kote Gamers. I didn't include them in this video because as a variant, because they were included last year in different, I think, yeah. But anyway, this year I didn't. And I think for the Homebrew Awards, yeah, they're going to be eligible for 2024 in the Homebrew Awards, actually. So anyway, I don't know if any of that made sense to anybody, but just saying that those lists don't necessarily match up. What do we got in the chat, Jeff? I miss anything?
That's my favorite comment, right? Oh, wait, right here. Papa Pete going to start coming on here with gold chains, diamond rings, and a grill.
There you go. Yeah. I'm not a big jewelry guy. I do have a wedding ring on, but I'm not a big jewelry guy. Maybe I'll have to be. I look at it. RGT's now a member of my channel, right? So I got to learn from Sean. Sean's got his gold chains. He looks like I'll get some tips from him, eh? Sean's a great guy. I don't know if you guys I'm lucky. I've known Sean since before, through Connor, through my kid, since before his channel sort of got to where it is now. He's a great guy. I'm really happy that he's I love his opinions because he basically said, this is what I think, and if you don't like it, that's okay. You know, don't have to argue with you. It's just like, that's what I think. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. I don't care.
Pete, don't you think a show with you and RGT85 would be really entertaining?
I tell you, I'm not a very good arguer. Could it be entertaining? Yeah, it could be entertaining. We could have a good show.
I don't even have to argue, but I think it'd be interesting because, I don't know. I mean, you know, because you're in your mid 50s and Sean's in his mid 30s.
Yeah,
just an interesting combination.
We have systems and such that we both played a lot, and then I have a lot of previous knowledge, and he's got a lot of later knowledge. Like he's got Switch knowledge, like you have Switch knowledge, right?
That you guys would have all your bases covered.
Well, we'd have all the bases covered, but he's doing pretty good. I don't think he needs to adjust anything. He's got it right straightforward. Bang, he appears. Does his 10-12 minutes of his opinion piece or announcement or whatever, and it's great.
He doesn't need anything else. He's doing just fine.
And he has that other one. I don't know if you guys have seen it. The RGT85. I loved his old stuff. Like when he had an opening video and he had all this and all that, you know, and it's like he's of the knowledge now. That stuff's fun. But it's not great for a channel. These videos, these intros and stuff that I do them because I like doing them. I don't do them because I do anything for the channel.
Yeah, I've been watching.
Most people don't.
I mean, you probably have too, since you actually knew him back then. But I've been watching him RGT85 since the Nintendo enthusiast days.
Okay.
Before he finally broke off and started RGT85, that channel. And the old stuff I thought was fantastic. Yeah, he would do some skits. He had his opening, which was like a minute long.
Yeah.
I understand why he doesn't do it anymore, because the stuff he was doing probably doesn't make as much money as what he's doing now. I get it. That makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
If that's what you're doing for a living, you gotta kind of cater to what makes you money, not.
It's funny. It's funny. Like all these themes and blah 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 blah. They don't do anything. I like them. It's fun. Fun to make that stupid intro video before my streams every week. It's fun. I do it because I like it. If you guys say stop doing it, okay, I'll stop doing it. But I just have fun doing something different all the time. And the outros and all this stuff. I like talking to the guys and getting those and putting them in. And I don't know. But you look at other YouTubers and stuff, they don't do that stuff because it's sort of.
You might be the only YouTuber I know that can get away with a long intro, Pete, because everyone loves that song.
23-second song, yeah.
But everyone loves it. If you took that away, I don't think people would be happy.
I get it's shocking how many comments I'll get, like somebody who will never say, oh yeah, I know yours a da 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 da. They know the theme. It's like cool. I think that's really cool. Thank you, Dan. Daniel.
I was watching some of Dan's old stuff back when he used to do I think he just does music now on his channel, but
yes,
the channel used to do video games, doing his worst pickups.
Yes.
He had a catchy song for a little bit on that series, and I was going through there a few days ago trying to find one. I was like, where is it? Because it had Nick on there, and I was like, it was a great little intro song, and I was like, I finally found it, and I was like, yes, that's a great one. It's where Dan had like a boombox on his shoulder.
Oh god,
standing there, and he was singing, and it was great.
He did so much awesome stuff. Like you guys have Rebel Gaming Club. Like if you guys haven't seen it, it's not called that now though. Shoot, it's called.
I don't know. It's all music now, I believe.
But if you do a search for Rebel Gaming Club, I bet you'll find a lot of the old videos. The videos are still there, Jeff. He didn't take anything down.
Oh yeah, they're there. I was watching because remember he was doing the storyline where one of the guys was, supposedly suing him. It was all a fake thing, but yeah, it was great. I was like, God, it's like a TV show.
It got to the point you had Yesay doing the intros every week, and then he'd get different clips from Rax the Great, and Mosley. Remember Mosley used to open the show a lot. Like towards the beginning, he'd have a clip on a horror movie or video games, whatever. And then I do stuff for then he'd come to me and say, hey, start doing some old stuff for me. So I did some stuff and he'd make like a 25-minute, 30-minute little variety show every week. That was so friggin' ambitious. And so many people to coordinate that it just but there's 100 and some of those out there. And I'm telling you guys, you'd love them. They're great. If you haven't watched them, tune it in because Ryan and oh my God, Dan and Ryan are brothers, and oh my God, like I just brain fart. Classes, I know him so well. Anyway,
it starts with J, doesn't it?
Jordan.
Jordan.
Jordan. Sorry, Jordan, if you ever see this. Because I've friggin' drank beer with Jordan. And they're friggin' hilarious. Jordan's sister and Dan are a couple. Okay, that's the relation there. So and then they had they've had different people on the show over time, different special guests and stuff. And they just did such a fantastic show. I wish they could have been able to keep it up, but things wear over time. There's only so much you can do. And Yesay is great. Once in a while, you'll see Yesay pop into the chat. And of course, that sound clip that I use at the end of my, because you got the music is Dan. Dan did it for me. Hey, want me to make you a theme song? Absolutely. And I found this stupid little plaque that says, if you don't grow up by the age of 50, you don't have to. I said, this is neat. I like this idea. And he went from there and he made it, which is all it says, in it, which is great. And then at the end, like, what the hell? And then it's, with C-Mart going by. Well, the C-Mart thing was something totally different, but I used to play that at the end and zoom in and spin or something like that. And that was from Yesay's original outro video that he did for me too friggin'
did an outro like that? That's where
he did an outro. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a pain. I'm a little bit longer than I wanted to hear, but I have to almost put that up because I should be able to find it very quickly. And I just got to play that one little clip because the Yesay's original, the original outro clip. And let's see, this should not take me very long. And it's not very big. It might be small. Matter of fact, let's see. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not even of a format that I can use, but I'm afraid that I do not see it.
Can you get him to re-record it and send it to you before we leave today, Pete?
I'm incorrect. I have found it.
Oh, great.
And it uploaded that quickly. That was just processing. And now it's processed. So here's the original outro video by Yesay Asha.
Hey guys, I'm Yesay Asha from the Rebel Gaming Club. I just got the papers in the mail so that Papa Pete can adopt me and finally get the son he always wanted. Go get him, Papa Pete.
Where are we?
You're watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.
What the hell?
And it all went downhill from there.
I had no idea that's where it came.
That's where it all started, right there, that little video. And I've actually got a video on my channel. I think if you're a member, if you're subscribed to my channel, you go to my channel homepage. It's the one video that you can set to come up, and it's how the channel started, why I decided to start the channel, and I use some of the clips are in that as well. And there's clips from Dan, and there's clips from various people in that, and it's just friggin' funny. I love doing stuff like that back in the time. Now it changes. It changes over time, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to the chat here. Yeah, here 19. Geez, still lots of people kicking around.
You don't need to read anything from Metal Torso or Cyrus.
What's that? I don't. Cheers, Papa Pete and Jeff. All the best for 2025. Slappy Marsden, so great to see you. Happy New Year's to you, man. You have done so much for all the channels out there with the graphics that you do and the support that you give. It's friggin' awesome. So, I gotta look. Well, I can't read.
This is what I'm talking here.
What's that? Oh,
yeah. I don't recall ever promising that. I can barely stream past an hour and a half, let alone 24 hours.
What's our record? Our record on your channel is the very first the Amico game stream where we did the top 64 brackets, right? March Madness for the Amico games. That's the record. It was what, over 3 hours? Oh, it was over 3 hours. It was brutal. It was almost save us set the record as for Next Level Gaming. You and Stuart were on that night, and it's like we're an hour and 56 minutes in, and all of a sudden, and now topic 1.
Oh my gosh, that was over 4 hours. That was I'm trying to think
that's what Kitty's doing all night, I'm sure, right there, sleeping.
That sounds pretty good.
Well, we've been gone for a couple of days, so she gets quite happy when I get home. Like she's been on comes up and I sit down in the chair out there, it's right up, get on your lap. Okay.
All right. So that Amico March Madness bracket, that was the very first bracket. That was 3 hours and 19 minutes.
Wow.
I don't even
We were
know.
all pretty freaking tired because that was 1:30 in the morning for me.
Oh yeah. Okay. We did finish that one. I was that because that was rough, man. Do you remember the
instead of tonight,
games, Pete?
Say that again.
Do you remember the 2 final games?
Oh God. If I'm going to guess, I'm going to say Astro Smash and Finnegan Fox.
You know what? Neither one of those even made the top 4.
Really?
The final 4 was Cloudy Mountain, Night Stalker, MLB baseball, and skiing.
Wow. None of which ever saw any light of day.
Yeah, by the way,
Mark, we are not streaming tonight.
This
is instead of tonight, man. There it is right there. Hashtag Jeff Day 2025.
24-hour stream might kill me.
I think you have it in you. Listen, if you do that, I guarantee you, I absolutely promise right now that I will come on with you at least for an hour of it.
Oh, at least for an hour.
You come on with me all the time, so
there'd be a lot of video of just an empty chair, I think.
Oh my God. Oh, here's another one. Okay. Dull Caterpillar, who's Slappy? The infamous Slappy Marsden. Okay. Graphic designer extraordinaire, man. Photoshop aficionado. There we go. February 24th. There. He's even got your date for you. It's a Friday. There you go. So is that the plan then? February 24th. We got a 24-hour Go Game Go stream, just indie Switch games.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Just response.
Usually after about an hour and a half when I'm streaming, I'm like, I usually stop just because I'm just tired. I'm like, okay, I gotta go sit down.
Well, I missed it. Is this Mark's birthday? Happy birthday, Mark, if it is.
Oh wow, happy birthday.
Oh, I went through this one. Want a long stream? Beat Dragon Quest. I did the stream on Dragon Quest for Intellivision Day. And I got playing it, and I thought, I'm going to keep going. There's my freaking passcodes right there. You can see them in the videos. Like, I keep those. I'm going to get back to that game. I'm going to beat that freaking game. It was so much fun. So much fun. Oh, there you go, Jeff. Look, you're committed now. It is on Metal Torso's calendar.
Well, remind me the day before, Torso.
I better send a message to CC Metal and tell her she's the one that should put it on her calendar so she can ensure that you're well rested beforehand. And
I'm sure she'd be thrilled if I said, hey, next 24 hours, I'm just going to be playing video games.
You know, they have that, Gaming for Life. Is that what it is? What's it called? One Up for Life.
The charity thing.
Yeah, Rick does it every year. Rick Reynolds does it every year. And it's a
OAB
big
Pete does too.
part. Who does?
OAB Pete.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Pete does it as well. There you go. And it's good because you can pick the hospital that you want your, to go to. Like there's quite a few just even around where I am, and we have a big children's hospital in Halifax, which of course if I did it would go to. But see where like Rick does it now, 2 12-hour days, but those are long days. Those are long days. I probably watched 3 or 4 hours of it all together this time, and it's like it's hard, but that's why they make the big bucks. He's now made over $10,000.
Wow.
He made over 26. This was his 9th year, and he got a notification when he hit over 10,000 for career or whatever like that, and he had 2,600 this year. So it's getting bigger as he goes, which is great. Wow. Hey,
$2,600 raised in one day.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it's fantastic. Of course, you guys, Rick did get the finishing touches and get the release of the Intellivisionaries podcast. If you haven't seen that, if you listen, but the Intellivisionaries podcast was out December 23rd, I believe, is when it got released. We've already got our games picked for the next one. We're going to be covering Norseman 2, and Pyramid Warp in the next one, which I think we're pretty well committed to getting them out a little bit more regularly. It's been difficult, but Rick is doing all the editing now and doing a great job of it and keeping us organized. So that's great. The Intellivision Homebrew Awards are coming very soon. I'll be getting on that, getting that ball rolling because we've waited quite late the last couple of years, and I don't see any particular point in waiting that long. I think we could start it up. I'll get it going here soon. There's Mark. When is the bowling league going to start again? Well, I was thinking about that over the last couple of games, and we'd like to get a couple more people maybe, and it'd be great to have 2 more. Anyway, Jeff, are you going to bowl again this year?
Well, I guess I could use the flashback, right?
Well, that's Striker.
Oh shoot, yeah, that's right. I don't know. I don't have a way to do it right now. I'll have to test my Intellivision 2 out again.
I'll look at the calendar. Here. Who's here? Emma Jade. Hey, Emma. Great to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. Happy New Year to you, Emma Jade. I'm checking my calendar. We'll pick a date for the bowling league right now. And that might change a little bit, but I'll check with Casey's here. Cyrus is here. I would say, why don't we go for Thursday, January 30th as night number 1. And we don't have to have a practice night this year because we'll go in there, we'll draw our I'm going to take this right in. And hopefully we have the 6 of us back, and we'll get 1 more or 2 more people. Great to have 2 4-person teams. We'll go in that first night, and we'll just put the names on the wheel, and we'll spin them just like we did last year. Pick the names, and away we go. We can do that first night. Holy cow! I got 26 people in here right now. Get Casey to loan Jeff one of his 400 consoles. eBay's best customer. Yeah, we'll get with we'll let Chuck know. Chuck will be cool. Then I'm sure Chuck wants to run the golf league again this year. I am sure of it. That was a lot of fun. We probably should have started a little bit earlier and finished a little earlier as well last year because it got hard once we got towards the summer. because obviously summer is so much different, right? But that's why I want to get this. The bowl we'll only do 6 or 8 weeks, maybe 9 weeks. So by April, we'll be done. And that's the way to do it. Be done in April, and then you can golf like in April and May, and that's a perfect time. But anyway, golf, Chip Shot Super Pro Golf is a great game, though, Mark. It sure is. Well, holy cow, we've been on here almost an hour, Jeff.
Oh, wow. 55 minutes already.
Oh, there's E. Buckeye. Happy New Year. Great to see you in here again. Buckeye, of course, does a lot of testing as well on Intellivision Homebrew games coming out. So that's great to see you in here. I would ask you to make, I'm not going to do it because I don't think I should, but any predictions on game of the year of all the, I know you've seen a few videos in all the games, Jeff. What do you think some of the forerunners are for?
Oh, shoot. What are some of the big ones?
Well, you got the Ghostbusters Unlimited Edition. I'll read through them right now if you want. You got Load Runner, Ghostbusters Ghostbusters Ultimate Edition, a Napoleonic Wars, Food Fight, Hamburgers en route to Switzerland, Super Pixel Bros, Buck Rogers Planet of Zoom, Space Bandits, Block'em Sock'em, Akalabeth World of Doom, Beauty and the Beast Pro, Donkey Kong 3, Agerland Mystery, Pac-Man Anthology, and Voice Anthology.
What was the anthology before Voice?
Pac-Man Anthology.
Pac-Man Anthology.
You know, it's a much smaller group than last year, like actual games that are eligible. What else is eligible though? Hold up. Okay, but also eligible, remember, are Grail of the Gods, Time Pilot, Norseman 2, Pyramid Warp, and that might be it. But there might be one or two more that didn't get released from 2020. For 2023, the release ended up getting pushed into 2024, so they're eligible for the awards this year. I had to get through, make a full list, and double check the dates and such on it, and then we'll go as a group. I make the list, and then we just sort of see if clear it through everybody. And
was it Ghostbusters up last year?
There's Ghostbusters Special. There's Ghostbusters Deluxe Edition and Ghostbusters Ultimate Edition. Ghostbusters Special Edition or Deluxe Edition was the big box, black box release. That was eligible only for packaging, and it won. Okay, but it's also eligible again this year because now they come out with the white box version. Okay, which is in 2024, so that will still be eligible again. And it's on my list here as a variant coming out, which is only eligible for certain awards, like packaging. The same as the I believe it's the other ones from Kote Gamers, the Brick Dynamite, Stop the Express, Caverns of Mars would be eligible for packaging, physical product for 2024, but not for anything else because they're games that were released and eligible in other years. They're just variants that have come out this year. So, but yeah, there's a lot of games that when that gets all decided upon, guys, there will be polls or a way to vote on Atari Age. And one thing that we've done and we've discussed, Carlos and I discussed it last year. It always had its own little section in the Atari Age forum, or in the Intellivision forum on Atari Age. And it wasn't, the thread wasn't in the main list of threads. And we think that was probably a mistake because you wouldn't just casually see it. You'd have to be going to look for it. Whereas if people casually see it, oh, look, it's the awards, I can vote and click on it. And then they put the votes in. Whereas if the way we had it, it wasn't as easily seen and found. So this year we're going to put it right up front where it can be easily seen, and we'll go from there, see how it works. So Ballista Avenue Redux. Good question, Kurt. Did make it in the best game category for 2024? No, because it's not out yet. Matter of fact, even the pre-orders haven't even really been done yet. The pre-orders were going to start December 15th, but then William had computer problems, and the latest as of like 2 days ago is he hasn't even opened any of the emails yet. The pieces got the parts for the game got delayed. So it could be considered a 2024 release, kind of for the purposes of my video or the Stupus list, but it hasn't even gotten to that point yet because the parts aren't even. It's sort of weird. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not eligible 2024. It will be eligible in 2025, same as the Opco games, but it's not even in my video because it's not even on the Stupus list yet. So hopefully very soon. Supposedly the 7th, January 7th, is when William said that, or I think it's January 7th is when some part of the publishing, like somebody making the boxes or manuals, or whatever, when they open again for the Christmas break, and they definitely won't get anything before then. It'll be a little bit after that. So at the end of the day, no, Ballista Avenue Redux will be in 2025. You shouldn't have shown the city getting blown up. You should have shown the city getting blown up, all 3 digits on Bomb Squad. I've seen it many times, but maybe we'll do that sometime. We'll make sure we do. Anyway, guys, we've been on here an hour, a little bit over an hour now, so longer than I expected, but so happy that there's so many of you here. Jeff, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, Pete. This was fun.
2025 will be a good one, hopefully.
I hope.
Yeah. And Happy New Year's to all you guys out there. I'm going to play that little clip video, but there won't be a long video going out now, so I'm just going to type it in right now. There, it's in the chat. Happy New Year's, everyone. Take care. Be safe tonight if you're going out, and have a lot of fun if you are as well. And you know what? Even if you're staying home, have fun that way too. So anyway, on that note, away we go. Take care.
See you, everyone.
And just know that you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And just know that this is the Hitman, and you're watching Papa Pete.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you have been grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to